Hey guys, good morning. Today I'd like to address something that comes up a lot when I'm teaching, and that is strumming. Um, a lot of my students of all ages, are always looking for ways to improve their strumming and have it flow a little bit more natural. I'm a big proponent of doing songs instead of exercises. Now, strumming exercises are fine, and if you can get yourself to do them, and that's usually the rub, to actually sit down for half an hour and go over, stale exercises is great if you can get yourself to do it. But problem is people kind of peel away from it a little bit faster than they should. But if you're doing songs, you tend to play a little bit longer. So I always like to find strumming drills within songs, and a great song to get more comfortable with 3/4 time, waltz time, is Elderly Woman in a Small Town Behind the Counter, whatever, that Pearl Jam song, Elderly Woman. It's a song that I show people that either some people know Pearl Jam and they're like, great, hey, I like that song. Other people don't know the band, know the song, and I'll show them the strumming pattern, and they eventually get kind of turned on to the song. This is going to be a real quick lesson in how to play in 3/4 time. You're just going to grab a D chord there, to C add 2, and I play my G like that. So as you can see, my third finger is an anchor point, and if you can find an anchor point in a chord progression, you're going to make your changes much more smooth. Sometimes you'll have an anchor point, and sometimes you won't. In this particular song, watch the D, watch the C add 2, and watch the G. Then we go back to C add 2, then we go back to G. So see, that third finger never left, and that's a pivot point of stability, and helps me make the changes smoother. Let me give you another real quick, for instance. And even after playing, for all the years that I've played, I still find myself sometimes doing stuff that's not efficient. Like a lot of times, people will play A minor and then go to C, and what they'll do, and I've done it. Over the years, is they'll pick that chord up only to replace it back down to C. And they'll sometimes say, hey, I'm not making that change fast enough, or I'm having trouble getting there. But if you look at the chord itself, A minor going to C only requires moving that third finger. See what I'm saying? So, a lot of times when you're playing this stuff, you'll like, well, hang on a second. Why am I even picking my hand up there? I could keep these down. Now, again, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes when you make a chord change, you got to move everything. But more times than you think, there's a point, there's a common finger that's being used. And take advantage of it, because it's going to help with your changes. So back to 3/4 time: down, down, up, down, up, 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 down. And I always say, strum it, scratch it before you try to even play this song. So before you play a Jimmy Buffett song or Bob Dylan or whatever your thing is, okay, you're trying to learn a song, forget this hand, just mute it and turn the guitar into a rhythmic instrument. And the thinking behind that is, if you're making chord changes, you're thinking about your fretting hand. Okay, I'm going to this chord now, I'm going to that chord. Oh, is it B minor or is it D? You're thinking all that stuff in your head when you're trying to get a stable rhythm established. So let's take that out of the equation and just get that rhythmic pulse going. Now the good news in this song, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you get that on autopilot, and that's what happens during the entire song. You never come off of that rhythm. In the case of learning 3/4, strumming patterns in 3/4 time, this is the perfect song for that. because once you get that rhythm going, you never change. So we're at D, to C add 2, to G, C add 2, G, I, C, record, face, haunt, lead, familiar, scene, place. Can I find candle, light, name? So there's the first verse. Good news there is the cadence is going to be the same for the entire song. So you can do verses 1, 2, and 3 now, no problem. Now there's only one other section of the song, and that's A, C, A, C, A, C, E minor. And then we're right back. Now the only difference there is during the hearts and thoughts, they fade away. Whatever the words are there, hearts and that part. The only thing that happens there is the cadence stays the same, but he's just lightly. So, if you're a Pearl Jam enthusiast, there's a perfect song. If you're a guitar player that's having, wants to strengthen the strumming and their strumming patterns, that in 3/4, that's perfect. How about metronome? Should I play with a metronome? Well, play with the song. You know what I mean? Those guys, when they recorded that, they played to a click track in the studio. That's the same as a metronome. So I'm not poo-pooing metronome work because it's really, really important, but it's boring. So you're sitting on you're sitting on the sofa watching television, like, oh, okay, I'm going to get up now and go work out with the metronome for half an hour. The reality of it, guys, is like a lot of people aren't going to do that. Or if they manage to get up off the sofa, they're only going to do it for about 8 minutes before they get the shits of it, okay? So what I'm saying is figure out a way to get yourself there. Now, before you know it, you're playing this song, if you're a Pearl Jam fan, and you look at the clock and they're like, wow, half an hour. Well, they were playing to a click in the studio, so congratulations, you just played to a click track. So what we're trying to do is compound practicing. We're trying to practice, but get multiple things involved, okay? Metronome work, check. Strumming pattern, check. In 3/4 now, I can play a strumming pattern, check. I'm learning a song I like, and there you go. So it's the closest thing I have to a philosophy. www.theguitar-shop.com, email theguitarshopstudios@gmail.com.